Ti Basilisk. This is the latest version of the Basilisk designed by Jerry Hom. The original Basilisk was introduced maybe 5 years ago, so it has been around for a while, but it didn't really start gaining popularity until this past year. It's gotten into the hands of some flippers, and it's been discovered to be one of the best, if not the best, balisong for the purpose of manipulation. And that's really due to its outstanding design, the dimensions, the balance, the weight distribution. On the Ti version, Jerry retained all the dimensions that made the original version great, but the difference is he went with all titanium handles. So the handle slabs are titanium and the spacers are also titanium. The Basilisk has been my go-to flipper for a long time now. It was the one I used in FATOC, it's the one I use in challenges and battles. And you see that that's also the case for a lot of other flippers who have this. It's pretty much their primary flipper. So when I heard the Ti version was coming out, I was very eager to see how it would perform compared to the G10 version. So I'm going to go over what kind of sets it apart from the G10 version. I'm not really going to go into all the other elements, the dims and the details of the knife, because I cover a lot of that on the G10 review, and like I said, they're pretty much identical knives, except that of the way that the material that they're constructed out of. The G10 version, it performs well because it has weight concentrated at the end of the handles. It has stainless steel spacers and relatively thin steel liners, so all the weight is right here, and that's what makes it perform well for rollovers and momentum-based tricks. That's what gives it its outstanding balance. And the Ti version, it retains that same balance, but the weight balance is distributed a little bit differently. As you can see on the G10 version, the steel liners are not very thick, and G10 is not a very heavy material. So what happens is, plus they are slotted as well, which reduces a little bit more weight. So what happens is basically between the spacer and the pivot, there's not a whole lot of weight in this section. All of it is right here. Whereas the titanium version, these titanium handles are heavier than the handles here on the G10 version, and the spacer is Ti. So basically what happens is you take some of the weight from the G10, from the G10, and it's like taking that weight here and spreading it across the handles. The weight actually between the G10 version and the Ti version is not a huge difference. I think the G10 version is 4.75, 4.8, somewhere in that area, and the Ti version is 0.15, 0.2 ounces heavier at 4.9, a little over 4.9 ounces. So they're both pretty much the same weight. So the difference really is how that weight is spread across the knife. And as I explained, the Ti version basically just has even distribution with a little bias at the end of the handles, but more even between right here. What that does is it kind of, as far as performance, how that affects its performance, the G10 version is a pretty fast knife. Once you launch it, it takes off and it carries its momentum very quickly. Whereas the titanium version, it's a little bit slower, but not in a way where it's sluggish. It's not like flipping a brass balisong or a stainless steel balisong. It's still very quick. It's under 5 ounces, and these handles move very fast, but it moves in a more controlled and predictable way, which I personally prefer because there's some moves that I do that are more intricate, and I need a split second more time to get my hand or my fingers in the right position to carry on with the combo or to execute a certain type of trick. with the G10, you can perform pretty much on the same level, but you just have to be a little bit quicker. Also, if you notice on the G10 version, if I squeeze here, there will be a little bit of flex. On the titanium version, even with 2 fingers, if I squeeze, there won't be any movement at all. So it's a more rigid platform. I find that gives the it gives the user a little bit more feedback. It kind of has that feel of a channel Basilisk in a way. Jerry Hom actually described the handling of the Ti version as a mix between the G10 version of the Basilisk and the Benchmade 42, which I think is pretty much a very accurate description of how it performs. It has that solid, rigid feel of the 42. It carries its weight kind of like a 42, but it still has the speed and momentum of the G10 Basilisk of a sandwich Basilisk. The other thing that Jerry did with he hand fits and hand assembles the Basilisk, but he hand tuned the Ti version a little bit with a little bit more precision, and you can definitely tell. I mean, the way that it pivots, you can tell he spent a lot of time in this critical area of a Basilisk to make sure that the tolerances were very tight. When you flip it, it's pretty much like the sports car of Basilisk. You know, it just gives you a lot of feedback. You can just feel everything that you're doing. You just have a lot of control over. It doesn't feel loose. Doesn't feel if you guys have flipped like a Kamara, it's kind of heavy. It's kind of dull in the way that it performs. Aside from its dimensions being kind of off in for flipping, it's the feedback you get from it is also just kind of numb. You kind of just throw it and it rolls and it can do all the tricks fine, but there's not really a level of precision. Whereas with the Basilisk, because it's better balanced, you just had a much, in my opinion, much higher degree of control, and you knew, or when you're flipping, you know what that knife is going to do. It's very predictable. The Ti version, I think, steps that up another notch. So this is now my primary flipper. I've flipped this exclusively pretty much since I gotten it. I don't flip the G10 version as much, but would I say that the G10 version is not as good as the Ti version, or the Ti version is absolutely better than the G10 version? I don't really think you could definitively say that. I think it depends more on your style of flipping. I would say that the G10 version is better suited for people who like momentum-based tricks, who are more oriented around speed, because this has more of a pendulum type of effect, and it carries this momentum almost like a freight train. You know, once you get this knife going, it really goes. So if you do rollovers, if you like something that's going to be a little faster, I think the G10 version might fit that style of flipping a little bit better. And this might, I'm not really big on aerials, so I can't. I'm probably not the best person to comment on it, but sometimes I think people like a Basilisk that's going to have more of a swing for aerials, rather than something that's too light. You know, you need a little bit of momentum to get a good rotation for certain kinds of aerials. The Ti version, I think it fits more of the technical flipper. Someone that's not really speed-based, someone who's going to be doing moves that are just a little bit more intricate, who might need a little bit more predictability in or time, you know, who depends a lot on timing, I guess is the best way to say it. I think the Ti version is better suited for technical flipping. But that being said, there's nothing you could do or on the Ti version or the G10 version that you couldn't do on the other. They're both outstanding performers. I just prefer for myself, I like the titanium version better. So that is the review on the Ti Basilisk. Again, outstanding job by Jerry Hom. It's an outstanding performer, very high quality. Basically, it's truly where form meets function. You know, it's an outstanding design, excellent looking knife, but at the same time, it comes through, and it's a real outstanding performer as well. So hope you guys enjoyed the review, and thanks for watching.